and read, go through repetition, and not know His heart, not know Him. I come from a ministry where we had the privilege to teach people to hear God's voice. We teach them, like biblical principles and how according to the Word to hear people's voice. And at one stage we had an Enigel Germany in our group. I've got nothing against the Enigel Church. I'm not bashing anyone. I'm just saying he was a guy who had 7+ years of intense education, theology training, and he sat there and he had no clue how to hear God's voice. No clue. I want to show you a character in the Bible, that God is actually speaking to me about in like the last few weeks or so. Caiaphas. Who knows who Caiaphas is? Caiaphas would tick most modern day Christianity books of what the Christian should be. He had the character, he had the ministry, he had strong leadership skills, he influenced others. He knew the Bible. He was the head Pharisee. That's John, look at the reference. John 11 and John 17. We spoke about it on Wednesday. John 11 and John 17. You guys want to read it? He was the head Pharisee. He was in charge. And he even operated in the gifts. He prophesied Jesus' death. He said that one should die for the whole nation to live. But you know what? He crucified Jesus. How many Christians today are so proud, and so arrogant in your ministries and your ways that you crucify and step on anything and anyone that opposes you? That's the spirit that he operated in. He had the character, the ministry, the gifts. He ticked all the boxes. Yet he never knew him. In Matthew 7, depart from me, for I never knew you. And on that day they'll say to me, Lord, Lord, did I prophesy in your name, perform many miracles? I never knew you. I never had an experience with you. So this morning, I know that we all believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that everyone sitting here is saved. But that's not the purpose why you're sitting here. You're not just sitting here because you were bought at a price just to be saved, so one day you can be rescued. You're supposed to know Him here, right now. And knowing Him is the answer to every other thing. I think I'm pretty aggressive when it comes to like breakthrough and stuff. It's just because there's so much rubbish out there. The shifting or the view has been shifted from God onto what you need to do, how you need to sow, and all these other things. And yes, it's a good principle. I'm not speaking against the principle, but when you know God, everything else will fall into place. When you know God, when you know Him in His ways, who He is as God, as Lord, everything else falls into place. So, and sometimes we sit here and we've got all this head knowledge, we've got all the knowledge of what the Word says. It's spirit and truth. We've got the truth, but the truth without the spirit, it's just a book.
Yes.
It's just a book. The Pharisees, they knew the law. They knew the Word at that time. That was all they had. Yet their hearts were so far from God. They did not know Him. And so many times I thought knowing God was a supernatural experience all the time, every time. It's not. It's a good thing when that happens. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's powerful. But it's a knowing. It's a knowing in your heart, knowing who He is, knowing that He loves you, knowing that when you're sitting on the pillow on the floor and you can barely lift your head up, and you can't even look yourself in the mirror to know, Lord, I am forgiven, I'm set free, I'm healed, I'm anointed, I'm loved, I'm a son, I'm a joint heir, I'm a son of God, I'm a daughter of God, I'm the bride of Christ. That is intimacy. That's true intimacy. That's truly knowing God. I just want to share something small with you guys. Psalm 89, that speaks about His faithfulness that surrounds Him. And when times when I've messed up badly, when I've had no faith, when I've been disobedient, still seeing Him still seeing His faithfulness that surrounds Him. He is faithful when I'm continuously unfaithful. When I mess up, He is faithful. He is good. Psalm 89, I'll show you quickly where it is. Verse 8. Your faithfulness also surrounds you. You rule the raging of the sea. When its waves rise, you still them. Verse 14. Righteousness and justice are the foundation of your throne. Mercy and truth go before your face. Blessed are the people who know the joyful sound. They walk, O Lord, in the light of your countenance. This scripture can be just a scripture that you read and read and read and read. But if you sit down, I believe in quality over quantity. I believe in quality, just, Lord, make this real. Even if it's just Psalm 23, something simple. Okay, Lord, make this real. Show me that you're the shepherd. Show me what it means, Lord. There's this very famous preacher, I'm pretty sure all of you would probably know him if I told you who he was. He says he reads the Bible 12 times a year. So that's once every month you'll march through the Bible. How do you take, I don't know, he's one of those people that quotes what the word says, but it doesn't hit home. He doesn't, I don't know, maybe it's just a different interpretation, but can you know God? Can I use an example? Please see my heart on this. If you talk about intimacy between a husband and a wife, if you talk about the sexual intimacy, is it about quality or about quality? Quantity or quality? Can you say, you know what, it happens so many times a week, so many times a month, compared to, you know what, when it happens, it's so special. It's so pure. Same with God. Quality over quantity. Just sit down in His Word, just sit down and just meditate on who He is. Lord, make this revelation real. Make what this book says, Lord. Make a revelation. Reveal it unto my heart. Let me see you for who you are, Lord. So, this morning, Pastor Joe, can we put on a song? I want to ask you, when you play a song, if you cry out to God and say, Lord, I want to know you. I don't know you like I ought to know you, Lord. I want to know you, Lord. I want to see you, Lord. I want to see you for who you really are. I want to have intimacy and communion with you. Make your word real to me. It's not something I can, or anyone else can just pray for you. It's just there. But this morning, I want to ask you to make that sincere cry out to God. That sincere cry. Whatever you have to do, there's no specific method or way. But it's about crying out to God. Just have a sincere and upright heart before Him this morning and say, Lord, I don't know you like I ought to. I want to know you, Lord. Thank you for saving me. Thank you, Lord, for your cross. Let the fullness of the price that you paid, Lord. Let my life represent what you paid, Lord. Have your way with me, God. I want to give each of us just a moment during the song just to cry out to God. In your own words. Ask Him. Ask Him to ignite an intimacy in your heart. Ask Him to ignite a relationship.